Hello everybody, my name is Sam K, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on KA Classics. Now, we are in Death Mountain right now, and what I was actually trying to do here, is find a rock that had a hole up underneath it. At first I went over to this rock, or this crack in the wall here. Let me preface this entire episode by saying that this was my vocals were completely lost for this, so I am actually recording this in post-production, and I am watching an edited version of my recording right now. So yeah, I eventually found that little hole in the floor there, and I just fell right down into it. It's pretty, and basically what's in here is bombs and grass and a boingy stone. I think they're called stones of truth. I don't even know. But yeah, since this is being recorded in post-production, the commentary is going to be a little bit more informative as opposed to my live commentary. So yeah, now we're in the Lost Woods, and
What are you? Though you wear the Kokir's clothing, you can't fool me. I promised Saria I would never let anybody go through here.
well, screw you, Mido. I'm going to play Saria's song. Ha ha ha. So yeah, go ahead and play Saria's song so that we can get past Mido.
That melody. Saria plays that melody all the time. Do you know Saria? That song. Saria taught that song only to her friends. Okay, I trust you. When I see you, I don't know why, but I remember him.
Well, it's because I am him. You stupid fuck. So yeah, I actually goofed a little bit in these Lost Woods, so you'll probably see a couple cuts here. And I cut all the way into the Sacred Meadow Forest. I also cut out a few goofs I made in here. And I threw a bomb for some reason right there. I thought I could be cool and be like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill him with the bomb. But it just turned out eventually I just ended up using my hook shot, which you can see right there. I just pulled it out and he's dead. Grab that heart. So yeah. There's another guy right there, and I was really timid because since you guys didn't see it, I actually got speared by that first guy twice. Because Link decided to have a mind of his own and just keep jumping out of the water. And I got scared by that guy because I thought he was going to turn left. But it turns out that he didn't turn left. So I just went ahead and I just snuck up on him with the hook shot and well, I tried to sneak up, I should say. And I just really screwed up here. And I wanted to show you guys this because I thought it was funny. I don't know why. But yeah. I mean, I cut out a lot of stuff. This was like an almost 2-hour video, and it's now like 49 minutes or something. So I did cut out quite a bit from this episode. Mainly me traveling, just basically frivolous footage. So yeah, I decided either go to the way of the monster or use this water to skip that monster and go to the last monster. I wonder what's going on oh, I guess I didn't read that line. Basically, it's Navi being worried about Saria. And I noticed that he was walking this way, so I just kind of sat there waiting. I knew that he would... There he is. And bam! He died from the hook shot. I don't know why I decided to sing there. So there's there's a fairy fountain over there that past that ladder I just climbed on. You could see the little crop out for a area. That's where the fairy fountain is. If you need any fairies, you can go in there. And this guy, he's pretty easy to dodge. He's just kind of annoying at times because he'll like trick you and stuff. But he's not too hard once you understand what's going on. So I killed him pretty easily, as you could see. And he drops 10 rupees, as you could see again. And I went up here, and we're about to have a conversation with somebody. The flow of time is always cruel. Its speed seems different for each person, but no one can change it. I guess I read Sheik's lines a little slower. A thing that doesn't change with time is memories of younger days. In order to come back here again, play the Minuet of Forest. Play the Minuet of Forest! Now this is probably like the most what's it called? The like the softest teleport song. I can't remember exactly what they're called. Temple song. The softest temple song. It kind of has a rhythm that's very kind of quiet and not too powerful or anything. So yeah, you have learned the Minuet of Forest. Yay! Semk, I'll see you again. Will you now? Well, yeah, obviously. Oh, she's gonna do a thing. Yep. Alright, so now we have to get up into the Temple Forest. Now, the best way I found is to stand on that platform thing and move forward until you're able to get up. I shot a couple times because I thought that I could get up like that, but you have to keep moving forward. I was just being a dum-dum because that's what I do. And as you can see, we are now in the Forest Temple. These Wolfos, they're not too hard. You just kind of gotta stun them and then kill them. Which is, I do that with quite a few creatures in this game. I just kind of stun them and then I wail on them. Now, I almost forgot to go up this area. And I was trying to be cool and shoot my way up. But that didn't work the first try. I got it that time. But yeah, the best way to get up those things, if you want to get up them fast, and I keep bumping my mic, is to just go ahead and shoot them. Now, you obviously need this because, one, if I can look in the right direction, there's that gold Skulltula right there. And you can get the gold Skulltula token, obviously. And two, you see that chest over there. That holds something that is a very big aspect in this dungeon. A small key. Now, for some reason, I guess when Nintendo was developing this, they kind of had a thing with every single dungeon. And this dungeon's thing was small key, or getting keys. You have to get a variety of keys. Now, you can kill that thing by killing it with the hook shot, except I got too close. So it came down, so I couldn't kill it immediately. But anyway, we walk through here. And we see those fires dissipate. Now, those fires are each pose, as you can see popping up. And they go in 4 different directions, and you have to go in those directions to kill the pose. Obviously, that's how you do it for anything, really. So yeah, I just go over here and play the Song of Time. As you can see, I'm playing it. And it gets rid of that block. I decided to go for this one first for some stupid reason. You can really go for 2 of them. Yeah, I think 2 of them have open doors. One of them has a locked door. I know that much. But yeah, I use bombs in this dungeon a little bit, even though you don't need to. This guy, those things are annoying. The octopus things, I can't remember what they're called. But I actually was trying to go into this well, and I forgot that you had to raise the water. So naturally, I'm like, oh yeah, you have to raise the water, and then you can go down it. So I just climbed up here, and that ledge you see over there that I just kind of looked at, that's going to be a little bit more important for later on in the dungeon. But there's some not gold skulltulas, regular skulltulas on this wall. You can just shoot them down. They're pretty easy. There's one more that I try to get, but I was just like, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get that, and I just eventually quit. I shot a few times. I mean, I had a little bit of determination, but I ended up just shooting my way up the wall instead of trying to kill that thing. I fell the first time, as you could see, though. But that time I got it. You have to be angled like exactly parallel to the wall in order to be able to shoot up it properly. And these things are blue fires. They're not too hard. But they're more of a nuisance than anything else, in my opinion. So we got another chest, and this is a big chest. I wonder what's inside of it. Oh, I did grab that. Priorities, people. Priorities. A map. I don't think that the dungeon map and the compass should be in big chests like that, because you just get so excited that you're like, oh my god, it's a big chest, and then nothing. It's just like, really? So yeah. I believe there's a gold skulltula here. No, it's a regular skulltula. Both of them sound very similar. So I just shot my way over there, as you can see. And that button is what lowers that water that I was talking about earlier. For some reason, I think I decided to... I think I was probably drinking water or something. I do that quite often in my recordings. I'm even drinking it right now. So yeah, I didn't really pay attention to the monsters that were trying to kill me or anything like that. Because, you know... why the fuck not? Yeah, and I employed that method. If you roll whenever you hit the bottom of something, you won't take any damage at all. And it works. It really does, guys. Some people claim that it doesn't work. It does work. It does work. So I kicked that open, and I got another small key. Now, I would just like to say something. The dungeon map and the dungeon compass are in large chests. However, small keys are in small chests, but small keys are a lot more important. Maybe the dungeon map's kind of important, but the compass is like so not important. You can actually do every single dungeon without that compass, and be perfectly fine. So yeah, I just don't get it. And I've even done dungeons without the dungeon map. They're typically pretty easy to come across, the dungeon maps, and the compasses for that matter. But I mean, I've played this game enough to where I know that I can do every single one of these dungeons without the dungeon maps and dungeon compass. They're not too terribly helpful, to be honest. And there's the locked door that I was speaking of. So I just waited for this guy again. Like I said, those skulltulas, they're not too hard. You just kind of gotta wait for them to turn their backs on you and then Well, bam! You kill them. There's more blue fires. I tried to slash that one. I don't know why. I think I had false hope. And whenever you can stun them, I don't typically stun them. I think I did that because I was mad. I was probably like, "Damn it, you hit me," and then I stunned it. But yeah. As you climb up these things, you'll notice that I'm gonna be stumbling upon another puzzle here in a second. There are arrows painted on the floor. Yeah, there are arrows on the floor. They're not painted, quotations around that. They're kind of just textures that are put on, or yellow things that are put onto the textured floor, as you can see. So I tried to do something here that was I really wanted to pull it, and I was like, damn, I can't do that. So I just went ahead and I pulled it all the way out and just made the decision to push it the rest of the way. So pushing this is a pretty tedious task. But once it gets into place, you'll hear it like stop, and then you have to go around and push it again. And for some reason, I started pulling it. I don't know why I did that. I recorded this a couple weeks ago, guys. I don't know what was going through my mind. But yeah. So anyway, I kept you push it in, and it falls into that little crevice there. And climbing up on things in The Legend of Zelda, I would like to add, is not the easiest task because you kind of have to walk into them and press the A button, which can inadvertently grab it as well. So that's kind of an issue. But anyway, there's another block right here, as you can see. And it's the same concept. Push it until it goes into its place, and you'll be 100% fine. So I pushed it all the way, and for some reason I kept trying to push it. I guess I thought I needed to go a little farther. And then you can, for some reason, instead of actually being able to go around, you have to actually fall back down, climb on top of that other block that you were pushing earlier, and then you can either pull or push it the rest of the way. I don't know which one it was. I can't remember which one it was. Okay, it's push. I don't know why they did it like that. It doesn't add much. I guess it just, I don't know. I guess it just makes the first part of the puzzle not seem useless. So anyway, as you can see, there's more blue fire. Blue fires, and I threw a bomb at this one. That actually kind of works. It's not the best way to really get rid of them, and I failed at shooting this thing like a couple times, but I finally got it, froze it, and then killed it. One more key right here, as you can see, and this hallway's twisted. This corridor is all twisted. Yes, I know, Navi. I'm not blind. This hallway is all twisted, and it's pretty funny because right around here, I actually had to do cut because there's a locked door right there, and I'm like, oh shit. So I cut to here to show you guys where you can get this key. Obviously, whenever I do Let's Play, I try to show as much as possible without making it too much. Like I cut out my adventure to that door, basically. And now you have to fight. I can't remember exactly what these are. I think these guys are called Stalfos. And I was being so stupid during this fight. I just kept letting them hit me. Because I just was not. I don't know why. I just was not paying attention at all. But after I noticed that I was about to die, I was like, okay, time to stop being dumb and actually pay attention and actually fight these things. So yeah, I got the first one, and this next one he slashes twice. So you kind of got to be careful. Those jump slashes are terrifying. If you're like literally that close to death like I am right now. But I managed to kill them both without too much of an issue. And spawns another it's a small chest. And I believe that has the... Oh, why did I say... because I think that key should be in big chest. That's probably why. Yeah, another small key. And I came over here to get some health, and you notice that a fairy floated out of there, and I made damn sure to get that fairy. Although I had issues grabbing it. Those fairies sometimes can be a little bit tricky to grab. So anyway, he's going to cut back, and I open up the door, and I go through. This is where the first two Poes are located. As you can see, those little paintings right there. There's the Poe in the painting right there. You can't actually kill them with the hook shot. I just kind of aimed at it so that you guys could see what was going down. But anyway, this next area you fight more Stalfos, and I believe it's to get the... Oh, I can't spoil it, because it's the dungeon item. Now this Stalfos right here, that giant hole in the middle of the floor, it can walk over it, but you cannot. So this fight can be pretty difficult, just simply because the amount of room that you have is so limited. So every single time I got hit, it was legitimately me getting hit, and just not me just being a dumbass and just not paying attention. It was legit me getting hit in that fight. But anyway, there's two more Stalfos that you have to fight. Now, I did screw up on this one. This was me not paying attention right here, as you could see. I was just like, I got so close to the Stalfos. I'm like, dare you to hit me. Dare you. So yeah, that was just me being stupid. And for some reason, my reactions were really delayed on those first two tries with that Stalfos. And he tried to jump. He tried to trick me and jump. Now, that lag is actually something that's even in the Nintendo 64 version of the game. I don't know why. It's so weird. It's because it's so random. It's on the Wii Virtual Console version, it's on the Nintendo 64 version, and it's on the emulated version. Just no matter what, it's there. But there's the big chest. Now this item is very deserving of a big chest. I don't know why I hit those pots. I don't know what I was searching for. But this item is very deserving of a big chest. If I can open it. The fairy bow. Now this is probably my favorite C button item in the game besides the hook shot. And maybe a item that comes later in the game. Simply because I think the fact that they give you arrows is awesome. But anyway, I traverse backwards so that I can go ahead and kill this first Poe, who is, I believe, lying. Yeah, he's lying in that top portrait, but he moves like at the last second, and I'm like, "Fuck you, dude." So anyway, I shoot him. You have to shoot all these portraits that the Poes go into in order to kill him. or not kill them, get them out of hiding. And as you can see, he's right there. Now he flies through the floor, and I don't know why I paused there. I think maybe I was thinking about getting out something, but then I realized that my C buttons already had it. But anyway, jump slashing these things is probably the best method. I did the little stabbing behind the shield thing, but it was kind of an ultimate fail. Oh wait, no, it's not this one that was an ultimate fail, and maybe it was the next one that I kind of screwed up. If you pin them against this wall, it's kind of easy. So yeah, I just kept doing this little stabbing motion until, bam, he's dead. And the fire gets released, and as you can see by that torch, it means that he has now given his fire, I guess, is what you could call it. And now I believe this small chest might have another key. Yeah, it had a key. Again, very big part of this dungeon. Now, after killing that one, I had to go and kill the next Poe, which is kind of the fight's kind of the same. Except this Poe is a little bit more aggressive. So yeah. So as you can see, the pose in that just faded away from that portrait, and I actually managed to see him through the railing, so I got a little lucky there. So this guy is a little bit more aggressive than the previous Poe. In other words, he's invisible for a longer period of time, and he attacks you twice while he's invisible, as opposed to once. Oh no, he attacks you once visible. Oh wait, no, he attacks you once visible and once invisible, as opposed to just once invisible or once visible. And I just do the jump slash on him a couple times, and it works. See, as you can see right there, once visible, once invisible. And I did the little stabbing motion. Again, this works very good. It's good. It's not best for Poes. I would not. Because you can only get off one hit to them. So just use the jump slash. It works just as good. But anyway, it spawned another large chest. So let's see what's inside this large chest. As soon as, for some reason, I stand there, probably getting more water. So yeah, this large chest contains the compass. Yeah, I know. So awesome. Like I said, I just don't think that this is a large chest should not hold the compass. It's not necessary. Because the compass is not it's not the most helpful thing ever. It's literally kind of kind of useless, and yeah, I'm just saying that because it kind of is. It's a little useless to have that compass. But anyway, this area is this area is not fun to deal with. For one simple reason, because there's wall grabbers, and I hate wall grabbers. Because they throw you back to the beginning of the dungeon. Now, these are green fires. These things you can jump by, but I don't know why I decided to attack them. You can just literally get by them, and it's not too much of an issue. But yeah, I noticed that was a locked door. So I went ahead and I cut to here where I'm making this a straight hallway as opposed to a twisted one, so that I could get the next key. Thankfully, I one good thing about this entire thing is that I know this game like inside and out, so I know where to go to get everything. It's just that I typically don't think about it ahead of time. Like it just slips my mind a little bit. So I just have to go back. So I just always cut out the frivolous footage. So through this door, the one that slides open, not the one that you have to open by hand, there are these guys, and I believe these guys are called I don't remember what these guys are called actually, but I actually died to this thing, but I had a fairy, thankfully, another one, so it wasn't too much of an issue. As you can see, they all jump on you. That's why I hate them so much, because whenever the big one dies, 3 more small ones come out and they try to fuck you over. But like I said, thankfully I had a fairy. Now this time I was just like, all right, you know what, screw you. And I just really made sure to take care of these things. And how I did it, I did the spin attack, and I was like, yeah, okay, you're dead. And it spawns into a small chest, which, as you probably guessed, holds a small key. So I went ahead and opened that. And my small key is now procured, so I went back here. And this time I just ignored those green fires, because literally you can just ignore them and they don't do anything. They're not like the blue fires where they follow you around. Now this area actually is a puzzle. You have to shoot through the fire, your arrows through the fire at that ice eye. So the best way that I can think of doing this is just to wait for it to spin around completely. And just line up the shot, and it shoots through, and it closes the eye. And that way you can now use the twisted hallway. And you can wait for that thing to spin around. I just kind of ignored it and just jumped to the middle and jumped all the way over. Because that's the best way that I know how to do it. Again, ignore the green fires. They're not too stressful or annoying. And now you can use that staircase right there to get into the next area. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Again, next area. I need to use that hole in the floor there. I think, yeah. My bad, guys. I apologize. I'm watching the edited version, so I can't remember what other me was thinking, or what the recording me was thinking. But anyway, I was actually a little timid here because I couldn't remember how many steps it is, so I counted it, and it's 3. I counted 1, 2, 3, and then I ran to that, and thankfully my math is a lot better than I thought it was in this particular segment. Yeah, that guy is annoying, and he got in my way. I thought I was actually not gonna make it with that guy because I hit him, which delays the time that they take to turn around. And I tried to make a mad dash for that chest, but then I chickened out, and I was like, nope, nope, nope. And that guy came down to greet me, and I was just like, yeah, fuck you. I don't even care. And I believe this chest has a small key again. Oh, no, it had arrows. So I went ahead, go through the door. Now, this next part is another puzzle. And it's kind of a legit puzzle, too. So you can see up there that there's pieces. So I just go ahead and shoot the painting. And all these pieces come down. Now I cut ahead because it took me a couple tries to actually get this right. You basically have to line these pieces up into the same order so that they look like that painting on the wall. And I actually thought, while I was recording, that this particular part where I got the 120 time limit, I actually wasn't going to get it because, as you'll be able to see here very soon, I got really close to almost losing it, and it was partially because I pushed that one, the one that you see right above those 2 blocks, up way too far instead of just moving it over to where it needs to be. So I kind of freaked out and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna totally not get this one. But I managed to get it, just barely. As you can see, the time limit's almost out now. This was a pretty tense moment whenever I started hearing that ding, ding, and I managed to get it like at the last 2 seconds. And I was just, for some reason, I decided to use my my bow for the first couple parts of this. I think I eventually switched to my sword and shield because I realized it wasn't as, it was a lot better to use the sword and shield. Or I might have killed him with the bow, I don't even remember. But yeah, I shot him a couple times. And I managed to miss that time. And wasted several arrows in the process. Yeah, there we go. I switched to my sword and shield because I was like, okay, you know what, screw this. This guy's probably the most aggressive of the bunch. Simply because he comes at you with piss and fury a couple times. But he's like all the other Poes. They're strong, but they don't really... They're not strong. They have a lot of strength to them, but you can kill them pretty easily. Just a couple of jump slashes. Don't do what I did, where use the bow and arrow. Like, I think 1 or 2 jump slashes will finish him off. But anyway, we are now on to the final Poe. Now that I've killed that Poe. And I tried to destroy these pots. I was having so much issue with this last pot. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? So I managed to finally get it, only for some stupid arrows. And I didn't want to deal with this guy, so I shot him and he went flying. Oh my god. I always love it when they go flying. So anyway, as you can see down there, there's all 3 fires. And there's a Poe right in the middle. Now, this is probably the easiest Poe fight out of all of them. Simply because it's quite obvious which one it is. And now, I screwed up on the first go. Because I wasn't paying attention. So I kind of had to randomly guess. Due to the fact that I wasn't paying attention and I guessed wrong. And he gets a hit if you do that. But the best way to know what these which Poe it is, he does that little spin, as you can see, and then you already know who it is, which one of the 4 of them it is, because he does that stupid little spin. That's a dead fucking giveaway, might I add. So yeah, you just do that a couple of times and you win. Now, my Z targeting was screwing up on me. It did not like me in this episode. So I was a little ticked that my Z targeting was not working. However, I mean, I wasn't too terribly upset because, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I was just like, ugh. It was frustrating more than anything. But anyway, got the last Poe, and as you can see, I'm standing on top of the stupid elevator. Now, this next part is another puzzle that I cut out quite a bit of footage from. I can see my editing timeline. It's like cut. So yeah, I cut here. I open up this chest so you guys knew there's a bundle of arrows. This is the first switch they had to press. And it opens up the next switch. And that switch opens up the final switch. and that switch opens up the gate to the boss door, which I have now opened. So yeah. Okay, so there's nothing here, right? Yeah, okay. There's not. I'll just go. Should I leave? Yeah, I'll go ahead and leave. Oops. Ganondorf this early in the game? This can't be right. What? Oh, it's not Ganondorf. Evil Spirit from Beyond, Phantom Ganon. Now this fight is kind of easy. I actually died once during this fight, so I decided to go ahead and go get more fairies. Now, what I know from this fight is that you know which one he is by running down the straight middle. However, the game fucking lied to me. The game literally tricked me. In a second, you'll see where it tricked me. So as you can see, there's two that are running away. There's the one, and that one looked like he was coming down the straight middle, but I was like, you damn liar, because that guy looked like he was coming off to the right too much. So I was like, what the fuck? Now this part, you basically play tennis with Phantom Ganon. It's pretty funny how that part works. I did the jump slash, as you could see. So yeah, you just basically keep playing tennis. The closer you are, the faster the tennis game is. I call it tennis because it's literally hitting that energy ball back and forth, which is pretty funny. And I screwed up so much during this. It was pretty comical to see. Now I backed really far away, and the more you hit it, the faster it goes. I guess that's like real tennis. Now I did another jump slash, and I kind of froze. I was like, oh shit, I can do more. So I decided to do that little stabby animation. So basically, after doing that, you can after hitting him a couple times with the jump slash, or after you hit him with the jump slash, if you guys don't know, that stab animation has the same amount of attack power that the previous hit you did. So as you can see, I killed him pretty fast after doing it. So it's not too, the fight's not too hard. The very beginning of it is the hardest part because you have to know which Ganon it is. Hey kid, you did quite well. It looks like you may be gaining some skill. But you have defeated only my phantom. Whenever you fight like the real me, it won't be so easy. What a worthless creation this ghost was. I will banish it to the gap between dimensions. I wonder what the gap between dimensions means, by the way. So, we have actually completed the first temple in the game. Obviously, you gotta grab that heart. Very important that you always grab the heart container. Otherwise, you're kind of screwed. So, anyway, Link gets crystallized and sent back into the Temple of the Sages, Chamber of the Sages. It actually tells you. And we get to talk with somebody. Thank you. Because of you, I could awaken as a sage. I am Saria, the sage of the Forest Temple. I always believed that you would come, because I know you. No. You don't have to explain it to me. Because it is destiny that you and I cannot live in the same world. I will stay here as the Forest Sage and help you. Now please, take this medallion. Now we get the Forest Temple medallion. Oh my god, it's so awesome. And Link's just using the Force to hold it up, obviously. You receive the Force medallion. Saria awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. Saria will always be your friend. Now, whenever I was playing this live, that part kind of hit me hard. I don't know why. But it kind of it kind of hit me hard. I'm not 100% sure why. Maybe it's because it's like, no matter what, they'll stay friends forever. Hi there! Hi there! I'm the Deku tree sprout. Because you and Saria broke the curse on the Forest Temple, I can grow. Thanks a lot. Hey, have you seen your old friends? None of them recognize you with your grown-up body, did they? That's because the Kokiri never grow up. Even after 7 years, they're still kids. You must be wondering why only you have grown up. Well, as you might have already guessed, you are not a Kokiri. You are actually a Hylian. I am happy to finally reveal this secret to you. Some time ago, before the king of Hyrule unified this country, there was a fierce war in our world. One day, to escape from the fires of the war, a Hylian mother and her baby boy entered this forbidden forest. The mother was gravely injured. Her only choice was to entrust the child with the Deku Tree, the guardian spirit of the forest. The Deku Tree could sense that this was a child of destiny whose fate would affect the entire world, so he took him into the forest. After the mother passed away, the baby was raised as a Kokiri, and now finally the day of destiny has come. You are a Hylian, and were always bound to leave this forest. And now, you have learned your own destiny, so you know what you must do. That's right, you must save the land of Hyrule. Now, Samke, break the curses on all the temples and return peace to Hyrule. So, that is the end of this episode. So, anyway, I want to thank you everybody so much for watching. As usual, if you like this video, make sure you get a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. Check out some content I create, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!